It's been a minute, but I just got off, a couple weeks ago from my first semester of college. So, yay! I have time to do this now. I was doing college and my full-time job, and then I got absolutely rammed with stomach issues. So, this is where we are right now. Today, as you probably guessed by the title, we're talking about Paralives. This new indie life simulation game that personally I am head over heels for. I love it. It's definitely one of my favorite games that I have now, and I recommend it. If you're okay with playing a game with some bugs, some small anatomy issues with your characters, then you're great. You're good. Go ahead and do it. Yeah. Let's get into my little bit of my rant. Paralives is a great game, and they recently did a Reddit Q&A, which I admittedly know nothing about, and I'm not going to talk about it since I don't know anything about it, and I tend not to talk out of my ass about things I don't know anything about, so there's that. There are things that I don't like about the Sims community that I'm worried about coming over to Paralives. In this Reddit Q&A, a lot of people were asking for them to get rid of the cards. So basically how it works is in the game, which if I have a clip of, I'll put it here. If I don't have a clip, I will jump in and grab a clip real quick from my lesbian couple that are really cute. But, it's a system where your paras will talk for a little bit, and then, once it gets to, like, they're socialed out, you get to pick where the conversation flows, percentage of your possibility of getting the outcome you picked, mainly based on, like, romance, or, like, other larger social interactions, like, what are you doing with your life, do you want to have kids, type of deal. And, personally, I adore the cards. I think it is a beautiful take on, a game that has been so not what it was supposed to be. And I'm talking about The Sims. Adore Paralives for many reasons. It is never gonna have a paid DLC. You buy the game once, you get all the content. You can make your own mods for the game without buying like a modder's kit or having anything like that, which admittedly I'm not too sure how to mod The Sims, but for like other things I've modded, I've had to look into getting a modding kit, like and like buying the code for the game. And then for Paralives, it's just one of the things I adore. And there's people that are demanding for it to change, and what they're wanting it to change is for it to be The Sims. The people that want Paralives to change are the people that want The Sims to not be bought by the people that it's being bought by, which, making it clear now, I obviously don't like that. There's my little blurb about that. For the rest of this, I will most likely put clips of the game and what I like and what I don't like and what I think about it, and pretty much everything from my first little bit of playing with it, so enjoy. Okay, so this is Paralives, and I've seen a few of like the videos from Paralives' official YouTube channel for, you know, the game, and I kind of fell in love with the style, the whole feel of the game. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. I already started and then I ran out of space on my computer. So let's go ahead and do a new game. We're gonna start in town. Sure, we'll go ahead and redo the tutorial that I've already done a little bit of. My camera's on this monitor, so I keep liking it. I really like the loading little graphic there that you have, the plant, and then the one before was like a book, that kept opening with like pop-ups and then closing, which was really cool. I kind of just pray. I know this is like early access, like beta. It came out today. Today is the 25th of May. So this is the very first beta, I believe. And then there's an option in here where you can make your own mods, and then like a Steam workshop, like where you can download your own mods, which is actually pretty nice. So far, from everything I've seen, I think I'm gonna like this. Like, I know, just me, I'm not gonna do anything. Okay, it's starting now. I like this train scene. It is very unique, like, at least to things I've played, especially in life simulating games, kinda. The Sims kinda has such a huge monopoly on the market that this is, like, a very unique type of setting. My keyboard's gonna be really clicky because I haven't gotten like an actual gaming keyboard, so we're gonna scoot it over so I'm actually officially okay. So I think my only gripe at this moment is the fact that I can't, like, that was one thing I liked about the Sims controls, is that I could move with my left click, which is probably, like, admittedly something I can try to turn off later in the settings, but I haven't really gotten that far. So, first of all, the aesthetics of this game are just absolutely gorgeous. Let's look at some of the people in here. What happens if I click on them? The Preston... Okay, so it gives us, like, information about these, like, characters, I guess. Like, the households we could play through. What are these two? Oh my god! Florence and Faye have been happily married for 30 years. They are a beautiful old lesbian couple, and everything I dream of being. Who are you? Samantha. Okay, she's a workaholic. I see you. How about these guys? Who are these? Oh, that's cute. They're a cute little couple. I like this girl's style. She gives me that one background character from Arcane vibes, I guess. Like I said, the aesthetics of this game are really what pulled me in. That, and when I was watching the trailer, one of the things that really got me most was the options for character customization. Look at all these sliders here. There's so many presets, like, not like as much as you would see in The Sims, but very, like, natural. And then one of my favorite things that I saw, even in the trailer, was the ability to make them taller or shorter. Which is something, like, personally, I've always kind of wanted in The Sims without needing to mod most things. Let's go to the clothes and see if I can't, like... Okay, so workout gear, that works. I like... I'm gonna need the workout gear to do some of this customization. Let's make myself. So I have some pretty wide shoulders, I guess. And then I never wear bras, so my tits are kind of low. Make them a little smaller. That's actually pretty nice. I like all the options for sliders. This is one of those things that are just like Oh my god, wait. Can I do like the shoe size too? Sweet. I'm about a 44. Not really, but you know, whatever. We can do the width of the arms. I suppose a little more like that. Expanding the rib cage. Yeah. I am hella pale though, so we're gonna have to fix that real quick. Okay, so I can zoom real in on the face. We're gonna go ahead. The amount of character customization here. Is actually insane. So basically the way the hair has physics. Very small, but very there physics. So the way the sliders are set up to me kind of feel like Dragon Age-esque sliders. Just a little more. Oh my god. But just kind of like a little easier to comprehend and control, which is nice. I like it. I can change every aspect of my own character's face. We're gonna make myself bald real quick. Okay, ears. Okay. I guess we can do the eyes next. So like, okay. Do some a little like puppy doggish maybe. I think if I was to do anything like at this moment to change it, I would probably do like the eye shape changes. So pretty much immediately in the character selection, I realized I absolutely adored how much options there were for hairstyling and coloring. Like you can make your own hair colors, which is absolutely amazing. Even more so since they have the whole color wheel and an extremely wide range of people of color hair options, which is, you know, I love to see that, especially when it's not behind like a DLC paywall. So I adore it. I ended up settling on a mullet because if you couldn't tell, I currently have a little bit of an overgrown mullet going on, so it was the mullet or the curly fro for me. But all hairstyles are great, and they're even separated into short, medium, and long hairstyles, which I believe you can layer. This is where the hair colors come in, and I absolutely adore it. Going through to the hair colors, there's already a lot of options, one of which with the highlights and stuff that I really adored, which I ended up adding a slight bit to my character in the end. As you can see, the anatomy issues are a little there, but personally I think it's more realistic anatomy wise than in The Sims. When I went in to make my other character, or my character's girlfriend, I realized that there was so many options to customize clothing. When I first looked, I thought, oh, the clothing options are really limited right now, which is to be expected. There are like 2 or 3 more options than The Sims, just plain base clothing wise. And then I realized I can change the fabric pattern, the fabric's color, I can change like pretty much anything I want. It's pretty much all customizable, which is an absolutely gorgeous concept. Was personality building, and personality building wise, it's a lot like a D&D sheet with video games like Baldur's Gate, so I was all in for that. And I was actually pretty happy to see, like, very similar to The Sims, it has you can make your prems, you can decide their pronouns, pregnancy status, breastfeeding status, all of that from the get-go, so I am here for the inclusivity.
Fibu. Sachi.
Kiku? Fine. Huh. Mito? Boki.
And finally, we have their concept, their take on game difficulty, which is always nice to see. You get to pick your difficulty with the people. Alright, so that was pretty much my first take and playthrough of the character creation and first scene you get through Paralives, as well as some small concerns I have. If you liked the video and you made it this far, thank you for watching. Your support means the world to me. Leave a like, and I don't know, YouTube will recommend another video of mine. Probably not as good, because I don't care too much about editing, but yeah. Bye!